Think about the desk you are sitting at right now, and think about the ultimate illusion of the modern workspace. For years, the tech industry forced a brutal, uncompromising compromise onto every single creative professional, developer, and power user on Earth. If you wanted a clean, beautiful, minimalist desk, you bought an all-in-one computer, a sleek screen with everything baked into the back. But you had to accept that it was a fundamentally weak machine, built on mobile parts and designed for casual office work. If you wanted real, world-ending processing power to render complex 3D graphics, edit heavy uncompressed cinema files, or compile massive software pipelines, you were forced to destroy your aesthetic. You had to place a giant, heavy, power-hungry desktop tower on your floor, surrounded by a chaotic web of thick cables, noisy fans, and glowing hardware components. But behind the closed doors of their design labs, Apple grew completely obsessed with an aggressive, radical objective: taking the raw, terrifying power of an elite server station and compressing it into a single, breathtaking sheet of dark glass and aluminum. That brings us to right now, and the return of a machine that completely rewrites the laws of desktop density. This is the ultimate, unfiltered truth about the brand new Apple iMac Pro. This is not your typical tech review loaded with dry synthetic charts and corporate marketing slides meant to put you to sleep. Today, we are breaking down the terrifying, hyper-optimized silicon architecture driving its performance, the hidden thermodynamics behind its dual centrifugal cooling grid, the psychological traps built into its unified ecosystem, and the cruel reality of what this machine means for the future of professional creative industries. If you think you still need a massive desktop tower to run your business, or that all-in-one computers are just a visual gimmick for reception desks, you need to listen very carefully to what we are about to uncover, because your perspective on desktop power is about to change permanently. Let's dismantle the illusion of computer hardware right from the start. Traditional computer design is fundamentally fragmented. You buy a processor from one company, a graphics processor from another, system memory from a third manufacturer, and you stitch them all together across a massive motherboard. On paper, it looks incredibly powerful because the individual numbers are big. But out in the real world, this layout carries a massive, hidden flaw: communication lag. Every single time your processor needs to send metadata to your graphics card, or pull a massive asset file from your system memory, that data has to travel across physical copper traces on a circuit board. In the microscopic timeline of high-end computing, those few inches of physical distance are an absolute eternity. It generates intense heat, wastes massive amounts of electricity, and creates a systemic bottleneck that limits true peak performance. The iMac Pro completely obliterates this physical distance through the absolute engineering genius of a unified system architecture. Apple didn't just build a fast computer. They took the core processing unit, the massive graphics cores, the lightning-fast machine learning engines, and the unified system memory, and baked them all onto a single, hyperdense piece of silicon. Because everything sits on the exact same die, the communication distance is effectively zero. Data moves across the chip at bandwidth speeds that defy conventional computing.